Sean Wheeler is in studio with us. He is a hypnotherapist who we've had on the show before. Sean is back in studio this morning because he is going to help us with some heartbreak today. Now, Sean, you are a hypnotherapist for a lot of different folks, and we talked to you last week because everybody's trying to keep New Year's resolutions, and you help people quit smoking, including me.
Right.
But he's back in studio today to help you with your relationship. So how does hypnosis work for something like that? Because it seems simple for me to understand stop smoking. Maybe you can get hypnosis, to fight your fear of flying. But I don't understand how it translates to relationships.
Well, really, the way that hypnosis applies to any problem is changing how you think about things.
Okay.
And one of the things that most people can identify with is if you go through a breakup and you have heartbreak, after 3 years, 5 years, 10 years pass by, you can think about that situation and it doesn't affect you in the same way. And the reason for that is that you're thinking about it differently. The memories aren't as fresh. You're not thinking about it as often. And when you do, you don't linger on it as long. So when I help somebody with that issue, one of the key things is helping them to actually think about it as though it happened a long time ago.
Rather than recently.
Rather than focusing on it all day, obsessing on it, trying to work it out, figure out what happened. And all those negative thoughts and all those thoughts about the bad stuff is, of course, what causes them to feel so depressed, to get down, and have a hard time moving forward.
Now, is this something primarily women have an issue with, or do men also suffer from this greatly and can also benefit from heartbreak hypnosis?
Definitely men as well. Yeah, I actually had a recent client just a couple months ago who had that, or actually I've had two within the past couple of months who are both getting over really difficult relationships. And because of that, they don't feel comfortable moving on with somebody else. They're so focused on this one person that they can't have anymore that they're not confident in going out and meeting somebody else. They don't have the energy or the desire to move on and go, find somebody else to be with. So, yeah, it's I would say if people ask in general, I definitely do work more with women on those issues. But men can be just as devastated by heartbreak. They're probably just not as likely to ask for help.
Gotcha.
Got it.
So what's the whole process like if someone comes into you and they're like, I'm having a really difficult time? What's the first step you take with them?
Well, the first thing I do with any client is just asking them more detailed information about their situation. So I can't just listen to them say, I have heartbreak, I can't move on and accept that de facto. I have to talk about, well, what happened? What led you to that place? What was the reason for the breakup? Do you have a history of situations that are similar to this? And the more info I get about that person, the more I can help them.
Sean's going to help you with some heartbreak hypnosis. You can give us a call right now, 1-855-BERT Show. That's 1-855-237-8746.
Hey, Kim, welcome to the Bert Show.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, you're on.
I'm a little nervous. I've never been on the radio.
That's okay. Either have we. Sean is. Sean's here, and he's listening, and you think you heard him talking about how maybe his hypnotherapy can cure heartbreak, and you heard him talking right to you.
Okay. Yeah. I had kind of a traumatic issue with my ex, and it's been a long time, and I'm still really not over it. And, I've been in therapy, just not hypnotherapy. I never thought that maybe that would help.
Right. So tell us a little bit about the specifics of the situation. What happened? What was the traumatic event?
Well, I met him when I was really young, and when we got more serious, he became sort of abusive, and I've seen people about that. I'm still in a place where I can't get over it, and it's ridiculous. I still Facebook stalk him. Just because I want to see where he is in his life, and I don't know, I'm angry if he's doing better because I left or whatever. I don't know.
What can happen is that when you think about a past relationship that at one point was good, there can be a lot of confusion because you have all these positive memories of when the person made you feel good, and then you have all these negative memories of when he made you feel bad, and that's what causes the confusion. So if you want to get resolution with it, what we have to do is help you to focus on both of those things in a balanced way and make you feel comfortable with the decision that was made. You made the decision, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And now you're having some regret because at times you're thinking about the things that he did for you that you liked.
Well, I'm not really regretful because I have a whole new life now.
Right.
I'm still really angry with him.
Uh-huh.
And it kind of affects my life now, and I don't want it to do that because I have a good life now.
So what you want to do is you want to not be angry with them anymore and move on.
Right.
You,
Right.
by the way, sound like the most put together, jacked up person that we've ever spoken to on this show. Like,
She's very aware.
yeah,
Well,
she's-
thank you.
you're very aware and presence in your jacked upness.
Well, I appreciate that.
Well, this is pretty typical, actually, of the kind of client that I work with. Is that logically, consciously, they're very well put together. They know exactly what is wrong about the way that they're thinking about the situation, but they just can't stop thinking about it in that way. Can't stop focusing on the thoughts. So what
Right. I know it's silly. I just.
but you just can't stop. And
Right.
right. And even the therapy, they tell you what you're supposed to do, right? You know what you're supposed to do, but you just can't do it.
Right.
Right.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on the line, okay, Kim?
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Do you find, Sean, that some of your heartbreak hypnosis clients are people who have been dumped for the first time? Like who are feeling that rejection for the first time and can't get over the fact that they've been rejected? It's like, what? Me? Because I found, like, I got dumped pretty early on, and so I'm not a dweller. Like, I don't sit and stew on stuff that's in the past. It's like, okay, it was in the past or whatever. It's time to move on. But the first time I ever got dumped and got my heart broken, it was pretty bad. And I did dwell on it for a while, but that was when I was in high school, and it was like the first time I ever fell in love. So later in life, I'm not really a dweller. I don't really hang on to that kind of stuff, and I just move forward.
Well, yeah.
But I have found that people that don't ever get dumped until much later in life, and they're older,
They can't believe
and
it.
they can't believe
I've
they've
been rejected?
They can't believe it, and it resonates with them for so much longer in their adult life. I feel like because they didn't experience it young.
Yeah, I think it's helpful actually to get that out of the way when you're younger.
I know.
I was a late bloomer with dating. I didn't really date anyone seriously till I was about 17 or 18 in high school, and then my first girlfriend lasted 2.5 years. When she broke up with me during college, we were apart, far apart. I was devastated and really didn't date anyone seriously for years after that because of how devastated I was. So I do get some people for whom it's the first time, and it was the first time with someone that they really were in love with or thought was the one, and then they're just floored. And so they really need help actually getting back up off the floor and getting back out there.
Hey,
so if you're in high school and you're getting dumped, it's a good thing.
That's right. Relish it. It's wonderful.
It is a good thing for the rest of your life.
Preparing you for the future.
Because then it won't be quite so devastating when you're older. But I have found that in women, I think more especially, they're just can't handle it.
Hey, Natalie, fire up the voice disguiser for Marie. Hi, Marie.
Hi, Jeff.
How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How about you?
Good. Say hi to Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Hello.
Shit.
I don't know if you can help me or not because I have pretty much no self-confidence. I moved from Michigan to Georgia to live with my boyfriend, and he broke up with me a year ago, but we still live together, and he's seeing someone else, but I'm still there.
Why are y'all still living together?
Financially, and I guess I just don't really want to let it go.
Well, self-esteem is a big part of helping someone who's been through these types of issues. Typically, people will not put themselves into situations like that unless they have a very low self-esteem, even when they're in a bad economic situation. So when I meet someone like you, one of the things I want to do is I want to help to increase your self-esteem, to help you to recognize the things about you that are great, that are awesome, that other people will like. And the more you're aware of those things, even if right now you're not focusing on them, the more you're aware of those things, the better you feel about yourself. And then you hold yourself to a higher standard. That means you don't other people treat you in that way. You don't put yourself in situations like that.
Right.
So what he's saying is he thinks he can help you.
If he could help me, that'd be great. I've been to therapy and everything else, and nothing has worked so far.
Are you in a financial place that if he does help you, you are ready to move out? Like you're able to move out and move on?
It would probably take a month or two, but yeah.
But
Do you have family? Do you have family you can go home to?
No, I don't.
But even a month or two,
That's better than staying
compared to
there.
a year that
Yeah.
she's lived with him, and he's dating someone. You're living with a guy and dating someone else, and he's dating someone else.
Yes.
All right, hang on the line, okay?
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
I mean, she's like punishing herself every single day.
How do
That's
you do that when
brutal.
you come home and like he's out on a date?
Oh,
See,
brings
people
the girl
people
home.
don't do that to themselves unless they have a problem with themselves. If you don't value yourself, if you don't think that you're valuable to somebody else, then you might subject yourself to that kind of thing. So, but once you have that kind of self-esteem, you'd be out of there.
Hey, Bonnie, say hi to Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Hello, Bonnie.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, I guess I'm shy right now.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
What's your situation?
Well, I broke up with my ex. It's going on 3 years ago. And I guess I'm just scorned. My friends say, come out, let's go hang out. We have this guy, blah, blah, blah. And I never go. And they always tell me I'm scorned. And I'll meet a guy, and I'm all giggly in the beginning. And then 2 days later, it's like he's got on my nerves. I've got a wall built up around my heart, and I don't know what to do. I mean, 3 years is a long time to still have a picture hanging up of your ex,
Right.
You do? Where's the picture?
Well, it's it's in like a little family group picture of me and the kids and my best friend and her husband and my birthday party. It's just a big collage of different pictures, and he and I are in the center of it.
Well, you said that you broke up with him 3 years ago. Why did you break up with him?
He was a hoe dog.
So he cheated on you, is what you're saying.
That's a good reason.
I caught him on the phone with another female, calling her baby and all this other stuff about 2 a.m. at my house.
And he didn't have a business reason for that phone call?
Oh no, he didn't. And I'm not dumb enough to fall for that. But so I threw him out. I was throwing all his clothes and stuff out the 3rd-story window, and just heartbroken. And my children were heartbroken, and I think they've gotten over it, but they're still friends with him on Facebook. But I'm scorned.
You loved him a lot.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, and so
I really took him from nothing to something. I helped him get a job. I helped him get a car.
You invested a lot in this guy.
Oh, yes, I did.
Well, you got to start out. We'll put you in touch with Sean and everything, but the first thing you got to do is take that picture down.
Okay, I'll do that today.
But her hair looks great in it, and it's a perfect smile.
If you get that picture down, we'll get your information. We'll make sure Sean has it. Okay.
I'll take that picture down today.
What's
A
the
good
picture
first step.
thing, Sean? What's the connection with the picture?
Well, one thing I can tell you is that if you got a picture around to somebody that you broke your heart, then you're going to have heartbreak every time you look at that picture.
And the thing that's fascinating is, was it every one of these, the girl was the one who did the breakup?
Mm-hmm.
Like every single one, it was the girl who broke up with the guy, but then she's still
hung up on it. Yeah.
Well, Sean, we got all their information, so we'll let you speak to them, and then we'll follow up with you, and we'll see if the heartbreak hypnotherapy is all that it's cracked up to be. You got your work cut out for you, man. Good luck with that.
I can handle it. Thanks.